I'm Cliff Caswell, policeoracle.com, and you're joining me here at the HQ of the Police Federation of England and Wales in Leatherhead, where I've been speaking to the Vice Chairman Simon Reid about the Special Constabulary. With the comprehensive spending review and the cutbacks that it's likely to mean for police forces, some commentators are already suggesting that an enhanced role for specials is inevitable. The officers have fully warranted powers, and some forces are insisting that any would-be candidates complete a spell as a volunteer now before being considered for any vacancies. This has led to the question of whether specials should have the protections afforded by the Police Federation. I started off by asking Mr. Reid about why it was that he felt specials should be considered for Federation membership.
The reason we're looking now to progress having specials as potential members of the Police Federation is that times have changed immensely. They are far more professional, they're far more involved in working with regular officers, they get their own tasking to do. So it seemed natural that again we would look at them as potential members. And that's what we're doing. We've set up a working group and this follows a motion at this year's conference that we do look at this again. So we have a working group that's been set up and we're trying to explore ways of bringing them into the organisation, how it would work, what potentially the membership would be for them, how much it would cost. And we've been tasked to take recommendations back to our conference next year for our conference to decide whether we actually do this.
And can you tell me what stage the negotiations are at the moment? How far has the resolution progressed since the conference in May?
Well, since May, the motion has progressed. We've got the working party up and running, and the working party has been exploring a number of issues. We've been speaking to the specials themselves to find out what they want and what it would mean to them, and is it actually popular? Would we, if we invited them in, would they actually come? There's a number of legislative issues because we may have to change some of our own legislation to enable them to come in. And obviously there's a cost involved, so we've been looking at that as well. But we've been looking at it with them, with the specials as well. So it's not just us, we've been trying to work with them to see what they want as well.
Obviously one of the big benefits of being with the Federation is the legal cover that you provide, and that's what the subscription entitles your members to, among other benefits. Is there any way, have you decided any way that perhaps specials would be charged for membership of the Federation, or is that something that's still under consideration?
We haven't decided at the moment what the potential fees would be, and that's still part of our deliberations, and we're still exploring different ways of doing this. I think we've come to the conclusion that there will be a cost to specials. Now, whether that will cost individual specials a subscription fee, or whether there are grants available, or whether forces will pay, is another area that we need to explore.
Just finally, the government has talked about increasing and enhancing the role of specials in quite sort of vague terms at the moment, but do you foresee that the Special Constabulary will become, there will be a greater reliance on the Special Constabulary in the future?
There's every possibility that in the future there will be greater use of the Special Constabulary. We know some forces, the Metropolitan being the main one, has indicated that the route to being a regular now, you would have to serve at least 18 months as a special, attain a number of skills and competencies, also do a number of hours. So we've recognised that they are going to be potential regular officers. And let's explore having them as members when they become a special, because if it's their intention to be a regular, then it's to their benefit as well, that they become protected by us, become our members, and are going to work more and more with regular officers as well, because I think if we're not recruiting regular officers, we become more dependent on people like specials coming in to make some of the shortfall up as well. Just finally then,
when will the outcome of the resolution finally be known, and where will you go from next year's conference?
The outcome of the motions will be known next May at our conference in Bournemouth, so that'll be May 2011. The working group will report to conference with some recommendations, and conference will decide. So those recommendations will be around membership of the specials, what type of membership that potentially will be, and the potential cost of doing it as well. So our conference next year will make the decision.